What's up, ladies and gents? Sinister1, your host here, and we are back with another video for the Dragon Age series leading up to Dragon Age Veilguard coming out this week. So, we're taking a look at Dragon Age 2. I already did a video on Dragon Age Origins, showed off a little bit of the PC and the Xbox gameplay. This time we're going to focus on the PC edition for Dragon Age 2. I'm able to do this because of Game Pass, so you can actually, if you've got Game Pass, of course, the game is available on your Xbox or on PC, of course, if you have that included with your Game Pass subscription. So we're going to take a look today. I've got everything, all the settings set up to the max that they possibly can be. So we're just going to come in here, just like we did in the previous video, play for about an hour, or what I would consider to be the intro, and just take a look at some of the gameplay to see where we've come. And then obviously by the time we end up getting to Dragon Age the Veilguard, then we'll be able to know exactly kind of the changes that were made throughout the entire series, and then we can go from there. I'm still excited for it. The reviews are out for Dragon Age the Veilguard. Obviously there are some that are negative and there are some that are positive. Just always remember, folks, when you're taking a look at reviews, you have to understand more than just what you see. And the reason I say this is because there are some people out there that do reviews that have hate for games outside of what those games are. You see it all the time. Trust in, or should I say, understand the people that you take reviews from, right? If you feel like you have a connection with them, or they are similar to the type of games that they like, or similar to what you like, then you know there's a connection building there. Otherwise, watch gameplay. Gameplay is always going to be the best way for you to understand how a game is going to be suited for you or not. Watch unedited gameplay. Reviews are great, especially if you want to know if a story holds up or something without being spoiled. However, you always want to make sure that what you're seeing is true and authentic. Sometimes you don't get that with reviews. So therefore, I always suggest you watch gameplay, right? You don't always necessarily have to get a game the moment it comes out. Wait until you see some of your favorite content creators that are making videos and that are showing you unedited gameplay, so you can actually see how the game looks, how it sounds, and you'll know whether or not that game is going to be for you, right? It's a process that you got to get into, right? Don't always just take a reviewer at their word. You know, you just do your research. You know, you're always going to get what I feel, and it's always going to be my opinion, which I'm sure in most cases on those reviewers, it's always their opinion as well. But you know, maybe you'll have a different opinion than them. So my suggestion, of course, is always just take a look at unedited gameplay. And then if you see something there that you're like, I think I would like this, then give it a shot. If not, then you know, maybe the game's not for you, right? We have to make those decisions in order to make sure that we save our money in the correct ways and that we do good. Because I want to make sure that every game gets the chance to show the light and have a good time with it. If you can enjoy it or not, take the good, the bad, whatever. It's all about the experience that you have with these individual games, so get the most out of it. And definitely, like I said, I've leaned more towards just trusting what I see on the screen as long as it's unedited and things like that, and there's no hidden agenda behind anything. But this, of course, is always just my opinion, and I will strive to maintain the same thing when I bring you guys reviews or when I show you gameplay. Is I want... The only thing that I would edit out in any situation is always just loading screens. Like, I don't want to edit out any other things inside a game because I feel like you're missing out on what the true experience would be. Loading screens or whatever, they take a few seconds up of the time or whatever, but a lot of content is geared now towards trying to get you into the action as quickly as possible. I just refuse to do that yet because I just want you to see what a game has to offer, because this is the experience that you're going to get. And I just want to let you know, keep everything tempered, and I will have gameplay for Veilguard coming up, you know, obviously when it launches. And if you like what you see there, then you'll know if the game is for you or not. Other than that, just always try to keep a positive head moving forward and try to just enjoy yourself. Have good. Gaming should be about having fun and not about worried about other things like that. You know, enjoy what you want and then skip it if you don't. Other than that, let's just go ahead and take a look at Dragon Age 2 for PC. I'd never played the PC edition. I don't know if it's any different than the 360. I have played the 360 edition, and I know that there was a lot of changes made to the 360 edition. It was definitely more action-y than the first Dragon Age Origins game, but it wasn't still real-time combat. It was still the whole, you know, hold this button or hit this button, and your character will, you know, attack. This button, you'll do a special attack, and then you can kind of change things around from here and there. It looks like we just got something, but I don't have that up on there, so I don't even know what it was, but thank you. But other than that, yeah, let's take a look at it. Dragon Age 2, I've bored you to death. I'm sure probably some of you already left as it's 5 minutes into the video, but it's go time. All right, so just like all the other previous Dragon Age games, it looks like you still start with like kind of your base kind of character, with the character creation and all that. Although I believe this one's a little differently, as you start out with a base character in these situations here, and you can also easily see that you've got, you're starting out as a human. I think you're only playing as a human in this one. I could be wrong, but these are your like kind of, think of it as like Mass Effect, where you had your base standard character. Then you could edit it later, or you could make it your own if you wanted to, or you can use the base model that the game gives you. So I did Warrior in the previous one, so why not I try a male... we're going to try a male rogue here. Rogue is most likely going to be the character that I play in the new Dragon Age, because I'm more of a stealthier rogue type of guy. Even though I do love to be the hero, but I mean, you're going to be the hero no matter what in the game, so... EA presents... I do remember latching on to this game a little bit more than the first one. A BioWare production. So this, I believe, was made in, I want to say, 2011.
I've had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentagust, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here. Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
I still find it so funny how these older games, for whatever reason, still go underneath my VSync settings, because the TV that I'm watching this on, or playing it on, is at 120 FPS max with HDMI 2.1, but yet still the frames go down. I don't understand it for these older games, but I've heard that the Veilguard actually has really good optimization, so I'm really looking forward to that. Also, these games are meant to be played, I think, with a controller as opposed to keyboard and mouse. I mean, it's a third-person game.
Then we make our stand here.
Also, before we start here, see, it's a little different. I'm going to go ahead and make the interface turn on subtitles. I do apologize. We'll do the hide helmet. Season in audio. Yep, subtitles. Always on. You can even disable the audio for spoken dialogue. That's crazy. All right, let's do this. So just like the previous game, you can pause combat and all that kind of stuff. But as you can see, it moves just like the previous one, where you have to actually hold in the right mouse in order to move around. So you just right-click on an enemy, and then you'll hit them. You can see how that works. Totally a little bit different than... Looks like we have a special hit too that we can do. Backstab instantly moves you behind an enemy. It's like that. Pretty cool. Looks like we have a new move as well. We can do with number 2, which is kind of like an area, I guess. It does take some time to get used to kind of playing these games like this on PC. And you can move to specific areas by pointing on the ground, wherever it is you want to area, you want to move. See how you just move to it. But you got to move the camera yourself.
We can't keep this up forever.
The game actually, I gotta say, you know, does look really good, just like how it should. But what I'm gonna do now is see these games, to me, in my opinion, they just don't feel right controlling with a mouse and keyboard. So I am moving it to. Let me do this first. So you got that classic BioWare system where more information will be on the left and then your normal choices will be on the right. Obviously, the lower you go, then the more kind of an ass you are, but not necessarily a bad guy because you're still like the hero in these games.
We'll make it through this together.
Here they come. Shall I deal with them?
All yours, sister.
All right, so one thing I want to see is, can you actually even play this with a... I'm pretty sure you can play this with a controller. Let me see. Options. Maybe not. It is possible, I think, maybe. Yeah, look. So this one, you can't actually... At least as of right now. Maybe someone could, you know, correct me if I'm completely wrong here. But I have my... I have my controller plugged into my PC, and I cannot control this with a controller. So it is very possible that this game is not, for whatever reason, controllable. Actually, I can't even get out of this. Oh, that's because of that. Let's see. Wow, I'm hitting every... There we go. Yeah, so it looks like you can't really do it. I don't see an option for using controller. Yeah, so from the looks of it, you cannot use a... Maybe there's probably like a thing you can do on your computer that allows you to use it, like a special program or something like that. But as of right now, we don't have that, so... It's just so weird for me to move my mouse to individual characters. We got so many abilities right here. Obviously, this must be like an intro thing. Ooh, nice. That was cool. It's so different playing like this. Now, I did play the 360 version like last night, and I can definitely tell you that the 360 version controls just like a normal third-person type of game would. Oh, so you become like invisible. That's a cool. Let's do like an area of effect there. Nice. I love it how when you use that, they immediately just stop like focusing on you. It's really hard to see your mouse icon to hover over the enemies, though. Such a cool move. I wonder if you still have the ability to actually turn into your sister like you could in the first game on PC. Control other characters. Alright, big boss fight here. Gotcha. Oh, that's so cool. He's down and out. Nice move. Almost got him down. Get some separation. Where's he going? Come here. Nice. Ooh.
There's no end to them.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
Well, what makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me. You knew him even before he became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where he is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me guess. Your precious chantries fallen to pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to him, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
Even though there's a fear that I could just make it up. I mean, you were worried before. Okay, so this is that whole point where I was talking about. So it starts off with your normal character. Then you can keep that same look on the character, or you can change it. Graphically, this game had a texture pack, so the graphics are significantly better from the console version for this. You've got your presets. You can see it's just like the previous game. We're not going to dive too much into this. We're going to go with just the normal kind of preset here when it comes to that. This is what I was talking about. PC Edition lets you change your portraits, which allows you to like kind of look up and down. The previous game actually allowed you to change like a funny face in the portrait as well, but it doesn't look like this one does. You can change the camera distance, zoom in, zoom out, and then of course you can change the background as well. We're going to call him, instead of Garrett, let's call him Shinobi. All right, so our Shinobi Hawk. You've got this thing, which is the events of the previous game, so you can choose which history you prefer to believe. Now, I've never beaten a Dragon Age game, so I'm no expert when it comes to any of this or what to do. There's a default setting. There's also the pre-built history, and then there's the save that you can do if you played previously. And you can see that I did play a little bit for about 39 minutes of the first game, but I didn't get to any point where I made like a monumental decision that would change anything. So let's just go with the pre-built and let's start the game. Now we'll see how different the start of this game was compared to what we just saw.
Light had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Cailan died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general. Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
Now, the controller problem could very well be something that you need to have the controller plugged in before you start the game, and then it might work, so I don't know 100%. But I just couldn't get it to work right now without restarting.
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
I know how much Lothering meant to you, but we have to move.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at us? We've been running since Ostagar.
One of the things I love about the second game, too, is that they added a voice, and if I'm not mistaken, the new game is going to have your own voice for your character as well, so I love that. So these are kind of like, I guess, the middle is going to be a more of a comical interaction, where the one is more of a gruff interaction, and this one is more of a peace between everyone interaction, so...
Listen, you two. The Darkspawn could be on us any minute.
Please, listen to your brother.
Then let's go. Lead on.
All right, again, it still takes me a little bit of time. Not a big fan of the UI, especially at the bottom, but I know most PC games always did this type of stuff here. At least the UI is not like super small like it was before. You can actually see some of the things on the sides and whatnot. Before, it was so small you couldn't really see anything. But I'm not a big fan of having to hold down the right mouse just to be able to move my camera around. I mean, I can move my character around and it moves on its own as well. So you can freely, you know, move some different stuff over here. See, I'm just so bad at aiming it at the characters here. All right, so you press space to pause. Again, I don't know if you can actually move to other characters yet. Maybe it'll show us a little bit later. But you can focus on... well, you could do it, I believe... Yes, you could do it in the console version, so I'm pretty sure you could do it here too, I think. Maybe they'll tell us about that later. We'll figure it all out as we move. Oh, we got to level up. Press escape and select level up. Spin points, okay, in the attributes. All right, so we've got a total of 3 points. Let's get, because remember, we're a rogue, so we're not like as powerful. All right, and now we got skills. Left click on a tree to zoom in, okay. We have different ones that we can go into. This is all new to me here. We got sabotage, dual weapon, archery, scoundrel, and subterfuge. So if we click on that, we can see it zooms in. Evade, the rogue leaps back. Enemies within melee range will often seek an easier target instead. Threat reduction. And those require different levels. What about specialist? Level 5. So you can't do anything in specialist yet. We can do something in archery. Requires bow. And then, of course, we got regular combat. Backstab. I do like the backstab, so I think I'm probably going to go with that one. Okay. And I believe you can move between all the characters. Oh, you can see you've got your Paragon, a Renegade, Friend, Rival. Why? I don't understand why, if this guy is our brother, why is he a rival? That almost doesn't make any sense. Inventory-wise, equip new weapons, armor, that kind of thing, just like previously. You can do it between the different characters. Everything seems to be the change. We can actually switch to a bow if we wanted to. I think we would have to take that out first. Otherwise, can't really go in there. So let's try the bow just for a second. I just want to see what it's like to be an archer. That means we'll have to keep people kind of away from us a little bit.
Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn. Where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Wherever we go, what's important is that we don't separate.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Kirkwall? Are you sure that's wise?
There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Guarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Looks like a fight! Be ready!
So let's try this. Keep them at bay. You can see that our sister's a mage, so she also keeps them mostly at bay as well.
You will not have him! They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
That was all me.
Remember, obviously, range combat. But if you want, you can use your special... Actually, it doesn't look like we can use a special ability because that special ability ties to using your kind of melee weapon as opposed to an archer.
Worse.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
That woman is an apostate. The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valen. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
He's gentle for a mage hunter. We also got Investigate. This is, like I said, that's what I love about BioWare is they give you the option if you want to just get through the story because you just really want to get to the gameplay, you can do that. If you want to breathe life into the story and try to understand it more, get into everything that you're doing inside these games, which is what I love to do, especially in games like Mass Effect where I just love the lore so much, you can do these options as well. But for the sake of this video, we'll keep it going. Let's go with keep him away from my sister.
So long as you know I stand with Bethany, Templar.
Understood.
For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south, that's no way out.
We have no choice. The Darkspawn have us fenced in. We go south.
All right. Don't forget you need to go over these bodies here. Everything is done with the right click on the mouse. Nothing is actually really done except just like this with the left click. I never really understood why that. Probably as you play, there'll be a reason to use that.
Let's try and get back!
She doesn't really take a lot of damage off, but it looks like you got pretty much infinite. Which makes sense in a game like this. But this is not how I would want to play it. So we're gonna switch back to, let's see, we got the Hunter's Skinny Knife. And you can still compare, so that's good too. So 16 physical damage, 5 physical damage, 9 per second. The knife though gives you like 2 things you can have, I guess. The dagger, 9 per second. It's a dual weapon, so. 16 physical damage is what with that, but 5, 9 per second. Requires dual, requires 13 dexterity. You can put that there, and then you can put the... No, she can only do still one at a time there, but we can put one of the daggers in, so we can have kind of like a mix And let's see what this looks like. Got your potions. Obviously, your character can't be in the way, or else you won't be able to pick the things up. We're good on health, so we don't need any of that.
You ready? I'm ready.
Looks like we got a bunch of... Why don't we try something like this? So I'm going to aim at him, press 1. That way it sneaks up behind him, which is pretty cool. You can see when it's too far away and it won't actually select something for you until you get close enough. Nice. I gotta say the combat feels pretty good. It's definitely more action-oriented than the previous game. And you can easily feel and see that. Picked up an amulet. I'm not sure what we could use that for. Let's see. If you press I, we'll still go into here. That's cool. No items of such values. Junk. Broken. Stored. Got health items here. Rings. We did pick up an amulet, so this will give us a plus 15 attack. And it lights up and tells you exactly what you want to put it into. Other than that, I think that's good. Again, we have characters that can level up. There should be an auto... I want to say there's an auto level up for some characters. Yeah, so you can auto level up. You can make them exactly how you want. We'll just do the auto. Now, like I said, I also think you can switch between characters. I just don't know the button to do it yet. Let me see if I go into options, key bindings, select party member. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 will select your party members. So let's try this. Yep. And switch between each and every single character. So we can go around as her for a second and see what combat's like.
Let them join the maker.
This is like a little boost there. All right, we'll go here, switch over to her. See, she's got long... Oh, she's got really good, some good attacks. Oh, we got a freeze attack too. Nice. Good stuff.
Quickly, before they regroup. We must press towards the wilds.
I can take care of it.
Use a rogue. Oh, so this might be our first opportunity here. But I might not have the skill. Oh, I do. Okay. So we got the light gauntlets and a health potion. So, inventory. Light gauntlets. Is it better? 13 armor. That's 12 armor. Requires 13, 11. So, looks like we may be good. Yep. Nice. And it looks like everyone's got a level up. So here we go. Again, I need more health. Critical magic, critical damage, stamina, health. Are we there? And then here. I don't think... In the first game, you could like influence what people say and what you say to them and how you can do things, but I'm not sure if that's actually in this game or not. Okay, what about the rogue? So we've already got this one, the rogue lobs and explosive flash, briefly stunning them. We also have the duration is a little longer. You have the rush, Attempting to knock down the target and all nearby enemies. It's a physical force type of deal. We have a Scoundrel now. Back to back. The rogue stealths and moves to a target ally, appearing an instant later, ready to render aid. And the cooldown is 30 seconds. Stealth. The rogue fades away. This gives us a chance to do a little bit more damage on an unsuspecting enemy. Evade. Often seek an easy target. So if you use that one, then they just go back. What about this? Unforgiven Chain. For a short time, every basic melee attack the rogue executes increases the chance to score a critical hit. I mean, why would you not want that? Perfect. All right, and we'll just auto level up. Again, you know, I would put, if I was playing this like in a true like kind of walkthrough or playthrough, obviously I would put way more emphasis on the control. But in this situation, we're just trying to take a look at the game and see how it still holds up today in 2024. I'm really trying to get back into doing a lot more videos on games, little things like these. Even if they are one-offs, it's just to show different love of gaming. Oh, this looks familiar. I think this is leading up to where we were before, of what actually happened instead of just me and her. It's the whole family kind of here as well. Might be a big boss fight here again.
You soulless bastards!
That seemed very stupid for him to do. And I know that's my brother, right? Like, if there was a lock-on feature, that would be pretty cool, I think. Like I said, the mouse is just too small for you to be able to see that normally. Maybe it's a resolution thing, very possible. He still went down pretty easily. Love that behind the move, or behind the back move. Remember, we can go around to different characters here and do... That way we make sure we're utilizing every character to their highest potential. We got rid of that one there, then you can do F3, and now we're her. We don't have F4 anymore because he didn't make it, I guess.
Battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, mistress. Your son is gone.
No, these things will not take Carver.
Carver gave himself to save us.
I don't want a hero. I want my son. How could you let him charge off like that? Your little brother. My little boy.
Mother, we can't stay here. Carver wouldn't want his sacrifice to be meaningless.
Allow me to commend your son's soul to the Maker, mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young man a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace he has found in eternity.
I will never forget you, Carver.
Our lives are more valuable to him than our prayers. Let's go.
Flames. We're too late.
All right, here we go. And it remembers the last thing you looked at, too. She's also got this move here. That's a nice move. Ooh, nice.
There's no end to this.
Holy frames. Wow, it actually went... Those flame effects make it go down that low? This is a 14, 13-year-old game.
It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't arrived.
I do. You would have perished. You still may. If you wish to flee the Darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
Wait! You can't just leave us here.
Can I not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated, and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
If only a clever tongue was all one needed. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We need to get to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. Your king will not miss you, hmm?
Lothering is gone, and Ferelden may soon follow. We have to go.
I see. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
Anything you could do for us would be appreciated.
Maybe we shouldn't trust her. I don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth, Asha Belinar, an old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
We don't have much choice.
We never do. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marathari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
What are you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
Then how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
There must be something we can do.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
He's your husband, Aveline. I can't decide his fate.
Be strong, my love.
Games always try to hit you in the feels at the very beginning, you know?
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth,
I thought that might interest you.
you expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me, then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a matter of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word, and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago, it was part of the Imperium. Slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
A lot of straight lines on those rocks there. You gotta love it. We've come so far in gaming, I mean, honestly. And this is everything cranked up to max, but those textures right there, those rock textures look god-awful.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
They're Fereldans, just like us. Fleeing for their lives.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
Getting into the city, one way or another.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
Alright, so as you can see, this is when the game kind of opens up. But I just want to show off the beginning of the game just so you guys can kind of see the evolution of gameplay, at least in the intros to the games. And then, of course, I will show off next Dragon Age Inquisitor, which is obviously going to look leaps and bounds better than this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Let me know. Did you play in its entirety Dragon Age 2? Were you a big fan of this game? The Dragon Age series is a very popular series. BioWare is a very popular publisher and development team, although throughout the years they have kind of faltered a lot in the eyes of a lot of fans. So it'll just be interesting to see if the Veilguard could live up to the fans' standards. Obviously, it's not living up to the reviewers' standards as of yet, but we can only see when actually true fans have it in their hands and what they think about it. So thank you guys so much for checking out the gameplay. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.